At first glance, history sometimes appears to repeat itself with eerie precision. Two leaders rise from national humiliation. Two dominate continental Europe. Two invade Russia. And both ultimately fall in catastrophic defeat. The comparison between Napoleon Bonaparte and Adolf Hitler has long fascinated historians and conspiracy enthusiasts alike. Some even claim their lives followed an exact 129-year cycle, that events occurred in near-perfect parallel across more than a century. But how much of this is genuine historical pattern and how much is myth? Let us begin with their rise to power.
Welcome to SciCuriousID, where curiosity meets science.
Napoleon emerged from the chaos of the French Revolution. France had overthrown its monarchy, endured internal terror, and faced hostile monarchies. In this environment of instability, Napoleon distinguished himself as a brilliant general. By 1799, he effectively seized power and later crowned himself emperor. Hitler's ascent followed a different yet structurally comparable trajectory. Germany, humiliated after the First World War, experienced economic collapse. Amid hyperinflation and political fragmentation, Hitler promised restoration. In 1933, he was appointed Chancellor and soon consolidated control. In both cases, national humiliation created fertile ground for authoritarian leadership. Yet their ideologies were profoundly different. Napoleon's rule was rooted in revolutionary legal reform. Hitler's regime was driven by racial ideology and expansionist policy. Napoleon sought to dominate Europe through military supremacy and a continental blockade against Britain. Hitler aimed to build a racially defined empire. Both expanded rapidly through decisive campaigns, Napoleon across Central Europe, Hitler through Poland, France, and beyond. And then comes Russia. In 1812, Napoleon launched his invasion of the Russian Empire with over 600,000 troops. Russian forces avoided decisive battle, retreating deeper into the vast interior while employing scorched earth tactics. Supply lines stretched thin. Winter arrived. Disease, starvation, and cold devastated the army. Napoleon's grand ambition was frozen in the Russian wastes. Over a century later, in 1941, Hitler launched Operation Barbarossa. Initially successful, German forces advanced rapidly. Yet, once again, logistics, distance, and Russian resilience proved decisive. The invasion marked the turning point of the Second World War. The similarities are not mystical, they are structural. Both leaders underestimated Russia's geographic depth and logistical complexity. As historian Dominic Lurven explains, Russia's strength lay in strategic withdrawal and national endurance, a pattern repeated decades later. After Russia, both empires began to unravel. Napoleon faced a renewed coalition of European powers and was defeated at Leipzig. Napoleon was finally defeated at Waterloo. Hitler, meanwhile, saw Berlin fall and took his own life in a collapsing bunker. So what of this 129-year theory? Popular lists claim a parallel, but professional historians caution against deterministic readings. Patterns exist because human political systems face recurring structural constraints, economics, geography, and coalition dynamics. But equivalence must be handled carefully. The Holocaust represents a uniquely systematic and ideological crime in modern history. Rather than asking if history repeats, ask why leaders ignore precedent. Ambition and overconfidence are recurring psychological traits. History does not repeat itself with mechanical precision. It rhymes when similar conditions produce similar strategic miscalculations. Was this a remarkable historical coincidence or a case study in recurring mistakes? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Thanks for watching SciCuriousID. Until next time.